So selling digital products is an amazing way to make money online. In my opinion, it is way better than selling services or physical products. And out of all the digital products you can sell, ebooks are one of the easiest to get started and also one of the most profitable. I made over $1.6 million selling ebooks with a way that you probably never heard of. So in this video, I'm going to show you how exactly I've done it, how this works, and how you can get started with it too. All right, let's get right into it. So a lot of people are trying to learn how to sell ebooks as a way to make money with digital products, but most people get it wrong, right? Most people do it the wrong way. They try to sell their ebooks on their own website or, websites like Gumroad, StanStore, other websites where they allow you to host your products on there. And in my opinion, this is the worst place to sell your ebooks. Now, the reason why selling on these websites or perhaps on your own website absolutely sucks is because unless you already have a huge following, your website essentially has zero traffic, right? On top of that, you have to deal with customer service. You have to do all the work there. You have to deal with delivering the product. You got to deal with refunds, literally everything. So it is a lot of steps that you have to learn, and it is a lot of work. But what if there's a way to gain instant access to millions of customers every single day? So instead of having zero, audience, zero traffic on your website, you can get instant access to millions of actual people buying stuff every single day, right? And on top of that, instead of having to deal with customer service, delivering the product, refunds, everything, you didn't have to do any of that. Well, this is actually possible by selling on Amazon. Because normally as a business owner, you have to do shipping and handling. You have to figure out the inventory. You got to build the website. You need to find the customers. You got to bring traffic to the website. Then you have to do customer service. So your work is not done even after you sell the product, right? You have to do ongoing customer service. Then you have to market and do the promotions. This all comes with expensive fees and softwares and a lot of upfront risk. And this is normal. Usually you have to do these things as a business owner. But by selling on Amazon, literally every single thing that I listed here, Amazon does it all for you. And on top of that, Amazon absolutely dominates the book market. Okay, so more than 70% of all US book sales are coming from Amazon's platform Kindle. So literally over 70% of people who buy books buys it on Amazon. So why not sell it on Amazon? Like, why are you even trying to sell it outside? It just doesn't make sense, right? So this is exactly why even the biggest influencers online sell on Amazon, because they can reach a lot more people than just their own audience. Even those people who have a ton of audience on their own, they prefer to sell it on Amazon because on top of their own audience, they can find a ton of new audiences that finds their book through Amazon. So this is a book by Alex Hormozi, probably one of the most trending, most popular business gurus out there online. And he said that he tapped out on his own audience long time ago, but he's still selling 1,000 copies every single day. Why is that? Because Amazon is pushing his book, and a lot of new people that doesn't even know who Alex Hormozi is finding his book and buying it because there's just so many customers going to Amazon. So that's what I mean by reaching a new audience, right? And Amazon doing the selling for you. On top of that, it is zero work because Amazon handles everything. Once again, no customer service, no shipping, no refund, no payment processing, nothing, okay? So all you have to do is to just tell people about your book and send them to Amazon. That's what these influencers do, right? They just give people the link to Amazon and have people buy it from Amazon instead of their own website. So whether you are a business owner trying to sell a book to attract more customers into your business, let's say you got a back-end service or product you're selling like Alex Hormozi, you still can use your book as a lead magnet. And Amazon customers, Amazon shoppers, these are paying customers, right? So they're like the perfect leads to attract your business. Or if you're just an entrepreneur looking to sell ebooks just as a side hustle because you're getting into the digital product game and you want to start selling ebooks online, either way, selling on Amazon is the best way. And the best part of all is it is free. There's no sign-up fees, no monthly fees, nothing. Anyone can sell their books on Amazon, okay? You just pay a small cut once you make a sale in exchange for Amazon doing everything for you. So in my opinion, that is a pretty good deal, right? You just pay a little bit once you make a sale. So it's not like you're paying, upfront or losing money or anything. So this whole business model is called Amazon KDP. KDP stands for Kindle Direct Publishing. And the cool part is you can sell more than just ebooks. Ebooks are just the start. You can sell paperbacks, you can do hardcovers. These are actual print books, but it is printed in the print-on-demand model, meaning there's no inventory. Amazon only prints it and ship it once you make a sale. So it's super lean, super efficient, okay? You can also convert your book into an audiobook, which is another digital product you can sell. And all of these converting process of converting to paperback, hardcover, audio is super easy. Even translating your book, right? You can translate your books into different languages and you got a whole new product that you can sell. So once again, it is very easy to convert your book to other formats and they all sell very well. This is actually another YouTube video I have on how I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars just from selling audiobooks, not counting the ebooks, not counting the paperback, just from audiobooks. I've made multiple six figures from it. So if you guys want to check out this video, I'll leave a link in the description below. So through this business model of selling ebooks, paperbacks, audiobooks, different formats on Amazon through the Amazon KDP program, I've made multiple six figures a year for multiple years. Okay, I started this business when I was 22. Now I'm approaching 30 years old, right? And so I've been doing this for over 8 years. And for a very, very long time, I did a income report where I document my own progress for my Amazon KDP business. And you can see right here that I have a video on how I became a millionaire from this business, doing the business, not from selling courses, not from teaching, actually doing it at age 26, right? How I've made over $1 million profit in a year, and a lot of other videos. If you guys want to check it out, it's called the KDP Income Reports playlist, once again on this channel. And another cool part about this business is that your books are a sellable asset. Okay, so not only will you make money from the royalties, but if you ever want to sell your book portfolio, you can. I actually sold my first Amazon KDP account with all the books inside it for $820,000. Okay, and now I'm building my second KDP account that I started after selling it. So you can do this unlimited amounts of time. You can build it, sell it, build it, sell it. A lot of people do this, and you can do that too. So I was able to quit my 9-to-5 job and travel the world thanks to Amazon KDP. This is me in Thailand. I've been to Bali, I've been to China, Europe, and I've lived in all these places, not just vacation. Like, since I work online, everything is just remote. I was able to travel and live there remotely for a couple months at a time. Now, that is cool, but what's even cooler is that I was able to help hundreds of students do the same. At this point, it's over 1,000 people that I've helped make money with this business. So if all this sounds good and makes sense to you, then let's go right into the step-by-step guide on how you can do this. So first I want to cover the mindset that this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is a legit business, and a legit business takes time to build, okay? It is slow in the beginning, but as you publish more books, it really snowballs. Your income snowballs and you make more money while your workload decreases. You want to have the mindset that you're building passive income that'll last for years, because once you publish these books, it becomes extremely passive because Amazon does all the work for you. So you're making money without doing much work, okay? And you're also learning a valuable skill. So in terms of types of books that you can publish, you can literally publish most types of books. So you can do nonfiction, how-to books, fiction, romance, mystery, those kind of fiction books. You can do puzzle books, other activity books like coloring books, journals, planners, children's books, and a ton more. And if you're wondering, well, Sean, what if I'm not an expert on a subject? Like, how can I write a book on it, right? Well, going back to this, as I showed you, there are a lot of books that you don't even have to be a subject expert. Like, you don't need to be an expert to publish, puzzle books, coloring books, journals, those kind of things. But even if you're publishing, like, let's say nonfiction how-to books, the value of these how-to books doesn't come from having new information most of the time. The real value comes from organizing the information and teaching it in an easy to understand way, not from having new information, because all the information is really out there, right? But the thing is, it takes so much time, watching a ton of YouTube videos, reading a ton of blog posts, reading a bunch of books, and trying to plug pieces of this information together for it to make sense. So if you can compile all that, if you can do the research and the summary process for the reader and compile it into a step-by-step, easy to understand way in a book, then that is value, because that is saving the reader's time, right? So that is the true value of books, and for that, a lot of people are willing to pay 10, 20 bucks for it, okay? So you can eventually, over time, become a subject matter expert. So with that being said, let's go right into step one, which is topic research. So first thing first, you want to download this tool called DS Amazon Quick View. This is a free Google plugin, so just look it up in the Chrome store. And you want to write down any topic that comes to mind, right? So literally any idea that's flowing in your mind right now, take out a notepad and start writing it down. So it could be your passion, interests, hobbies, anything. So just start writing it down, okay? You can also search the Amazon bestseller categories to get more ideas, which I'm going to show you how. And the goal is to find something that's profitable and at the same time you enjoy talking about. Because if you have something that, is profitable plus you're passionate about, that is a winning topic. If you want more ideas, you could also go to the bestsellers category on Amazon, right? And there are a lot of categories here that you can basically go and check. So as an example, let's click on crafts, hobbies, and home. And you can basically start looking at, these books and see what kind of topics pop up, right? So all of these are coloring books. These are all cute and comfy coloring books. So it has a theme, which is cute and comfy. So if you enjoy creating coloring books, if you enjoy these kind of art style, then you can definitely write this down. This is a paint by sticker books for kids in the Halloween edition. So it's selling really, really well as well. This is a herbal medicine encyclopedia. So if you're into that, you can write it down as well. So essentially there are tons of ideas and you can do this for a ton of different categories. Now, if you're wondering what this section is that says number 5 or number 25, this is from the DS Amazon Quick View plugin. So once you get that, you will start seeing these numbers. And this is called the bestsellers rank. By the way, this is the DS Amazon Quick View plugin. So make sure you find this in the Chrome store. All right, so we're getting a lot of ideas on the topic, right? But how do we check if it's profitable or not? Like, how do we validate it? So this is exactly how you do that. So you want to look for other books on the topic with 80,000 BSR or less. If it's doing less than 80,000 BSR, that means that that book is making most likely around $500 a month or more. Okay, if it's way less than 80,000, it's making way more than $500 a month. But if it's around 80,000, it's doing around $500 a month on average. This all depends, so don't quote me on it, but this is a good benchmark to follow. So if you find 3 other books that fits the criteria, then that's a pattern. Like if you find 3 other books that's doing $500 a month, that is a pretty good topic to go into, right? So you can probably assume that that topic is profitable. And on top of that, if books on page 1 has low reviews, so we're talking 100 reviews or less, then that is also a good sign that you don't need a ton of reviews to rank. So as an example, let's say I am interested in the decluttering niche, right? So I will look up decluttering here, and these are all the books that shows up on page 1. So with DS Amazon Quick View, I can see the bestsellers rank, and this is 1,800 in the entire bookstore. This is way below than 80,000, which means it is making thousands of dollars a day. But that is one book below 80,000 BSR. This one also is below 80,000, 414, also crushing it, right? This book is also below 80,000. This book is also below 80,000. So we can confidently assume that the topic of decluttering is a profitable topic because a lot of other books are doing really well with it. Even this book right here with only 80 reviews is at 47,000 BSR. So it's doing well. By the way, I forgot to explain what exactly is a bestsellers rank. So Amazon literally tells you on their website how well the product is selling based on the BSR. So if it says number 1 in the bookstore, so if the BSR is number 1, that means it is the number 1 best-selling book in the entire bookstore. So when it comes to the bestsellers rank, the lower the better, because that means it's selling more than other products, right? So once you found a profitable topic, now we go into step 2, which is to create the book. The first thing you want to do is to create your book outline. So a book outline is basically a structure of the book. You're not actually writing the book, you're just planning out the book at the moment, and that is your book outline. So in terms of getting ideas on what to include in your book outline, you want to look at your top competitor table of contents and reviews. You want to write down chapters that stands out that you think is good in your competitor's book, and then put it into your book, and also combine it with other books. So you're not just basically ripping off one book, you're just taking the best parts of your competitor, combining all of it from multiple books, and you're creating a whole new book with a whole new set of chapters. That is how you get the best parts and make a book that's better than your competitors, okay? You can also read competitor reviews and write down what customers liked, what they didn't like, and you can also apply it in your outline. So if you see a bunch of reviews of people saying, oh, I really didn't like this in the book, then you obviously don't want to include that. If they say, I really like this part, then you obviously want to include that. You can also use ChatGPT to get more ideas. So going back to the decluttering example, these are my top competitors. So I'm just going to go and open this, and I can just scroll down over here and start reading the reviews, right? And I just want to note what people like, what people didn't like, and start trying to incorporate that into my book. I can also click here to read sample, and you will see their table of contents right here, and I can start getting more ideas. So let's say I really like this chapter 2, the idea of chapter 2, then I can try and incorporate it into my book. Of course, I'm not going to rip off the entire thing. You never want to rip off your competitors, but get ideas from it. You can model from it because what they're doing is obviously working. You can also use AI for this. AI is amazing for book outline. So all I did here is to ask to create an 8-chapter book outline for a book on decluttering. And literally within a second, we have chapter 1, the decluttering mindset, with subchapters, chapter 2, preparing for the journey, chapter 3, decluttering your living space, all the way up to 8 chapters. It doesn't have to be 8 chapters, but I think 8 chapters is a pretty good place to be at. And once again, you don't have to just copy the entire thing. It's actually better if you just take some parts that you like from AI, some parts that you like from your competitors, combine your own ideas and make something unique. So a common question I get is how long should your book be, right? So we recommend 30,000 words, especially if you're doing like a normal nonfiction how-to book, which is around 120 to 200 pages long. But this really depends on your topic. Like if you're publishing, let's say a compilation of short stories for kids, then it doesn't have to be 30,000 words. It could just be 10,000 words, right? So once again, it really depends, but this is one thing that I want you guys to keep in mind. A shorter book that gets to the point, that provides tons of value, is significantly better than a longer book that's filled with fluff. So just because the book is longer, just because the page length is a lot more, let's just say it's 600 pages instead of 120 pages, it does not make it automatically better than a shorter book. If the majority of 600 pages is just fluff, and you could have condensed it into, let's say, 100 pages, where you could have gotten to the point way quicker, the customers will appreciate that way more than having to read 600 pages to get to the point. Once again, a big reason why people buy books is so that they don't have to do the research themselves, to save them time. So why are you costing them more time by making the book unnecessarily long? So now that you got your outline, you want to craft your book title. So when it comes to book title, you want to add your main keyword. Keyword is basically a phrase that describes your topic. So in my case, my book is about decluttering, so I probably want to use the keyword decluttering in my title somewhere. If you have, let's say, a story for kids, then you want to use the phrase stories for kids in your title. If you have a gardening book, right? Let's say it's tomato gardening, then you want to put tomato gardening in your title. But if I just call my book title decluttering, that is boring, right? So you want to add your keyword, but additional words before or after to spice it up, basically to add a flair to it. So as an example, this is my book that I whipped up called 10-Minute Decluttering Cheat Sheet. So that's my title. I could also do something like a 30-day complete decluttering blueprint or something, right? So that's what I mean. So you want to get inspiration from your competitor, but as always, get ideas from it, get inspiration, but do not copy. You can also use ChatGPT, but make sure it's unique enough from your competitors. And lastly, do not be fancy, because a book title that's very clear on what the book is about is way better than a book title that's fancy, cute, but people have no idea what your book is about after reading it. So I just asked ChatGPT to give me 10 book title ideas, and we got clear the clutter, declutter your space, declutter your mind. I like this one. It has a keyword, plus it's, spiced up a little bit. Less mess, more life, the clutter cure, that's a good one as well, and a bunch of different ideas. So when you are publishing your book, you can actually choose between using your real name or using a pen name. Now, when it comes to which is better, honestly, it really doesn't matter. It's up to you. So if you want to use your real name, and if you got imposter syndrome, like, oh, I'm not confident enough to use my real name, I'm not an expert, this and that, just stop thinking that way. Be more confident. If you want to use your real name, do it. But if you don't want to use it for whatever reason, if you want to stay anonymous, then using a pen name is very, very common in this space. And there is nothing unethical about it. All right, so now this takes us to writing the book, right? So there's two ways to write the book. Number one, obviously you write it yourself. Number two, you can pay somebody else to write it for you. So the biggest thing to understand in business is that you either pay money to save time or pay time to save money. But you cannot have both. So you have to choose which one do you want to pay. Do you want to pay money to save time, which if you are a busy professional, you're making money but you don't have time, you probably want to do that. But if you're broke and you want to get started making money online, you probably want to spend time and save money, right? By doing more of the things yourself. Either way, you have to pay though. There's not a single business out there where you can make money without spending time, without spending money. Now, when it comes to writing the book yourself, you can also use AI. AI is an amazing way to help you write faster. You never, ever, ever want to just copy, paste from AI and publish the book, right? You always want to generate the content with AI, but you want to go through it, touch it up, personalize the content, make it your own content, or make it your own book, and then publish it. I do have a tutorial on how to do this, which is another YouTube video here, so I'll leave a link in the description. So if you're writing the book yourself, then it's very simple. You just start writing the book. But if you're choosing the outsourcing option, if you rather pay somebody to write the book for you, then what you can do is to hire ghostwriters. The best ghostwriting company is this one right here called The Urban Writers. So I'll leave a link to this website in the description once again, but you just go to the website, click on services, and choose whether you're doing fiction, nonfiction, or any other type of book. In my case, I'm going to click on nonfiction. Then I come down and I choose a package. I usually go with either the top package or premium package, depending on how complex the topic is. And I click on start now. Next, you have to create your account, which is completely free. Once you do so, it's going to look like this. Then you go to post a project. new project posting. I'm just gonna put decluttering. And you do have an option to select bundles, which comes with book cover and all that. But in this case, I'm gonna choose individual packages. Click on book writing, nonfiction. And the cool part about the Urban Writers is that you can choose the human written manuscript option, or you can use the AI generated manuscript, which basically their ghostwriter will use their AI tool and work with AI to write the book. So it's a lot less work for them. It's still human written, right? It's AI generated, but the ghostwriter will go and touch up the content. So basically what you're trying to do by yourself, they will do it for you, right? And because it's a lot less work for them, you can get it for 50% off. So this is a great option as well. It is up to you. In my case, I'm just going to keep it a human written manuscript. This is where I'm going to upload the outline that I just created. Then I'll select this option to get as many people to apply to my job. And the last thing is you just basically send them the information of the book. So I just put 30,000, put title, subtitle, your author name, and then click on continue. Once you post a project, you'll get a ton of people applying, and you just pick the one you like the best and start working with the ghostwriter. Now, the important part here is not just to have the ghostwriter handle everything. You still want to work with them closely, meaning as they write, you can review the book live on the Urban Writers platform. So if the writer is going in a direction that you do not like, then you just tell them so that they can fix it quick. So if you're watching this and you're one of those people that thinks, Sean, it's so unethical for you to sell ghostwritten or AI books. Well, let me ask you this, right? Why is your book that you wrote yourself automatically better than my ghostwritten or AI books? Like, what makes it better? Just because you wrote the book yourself without the help of a ghostwriter, without the help of AI, does not make it automatically good. Like, you can write the whole thing yourself and it can still suck if you're a bad writer. And just because I hired a ghostwriter to write my book does not automatically make it bad, because if I hire an amazing ghostwriter, they're gonna write a good book for me. Same as if I use AI properly. So bottom line, it's not about how you create the book, it's about the end quality of the book. If you sell a bad book, that is bad. That is unethical, regardless of if you wrote it yourself or use a ghostwriter or use AI. But if you sell a good book that actually solves the problem for the customer, if the customers are actually happy, that's all that matters. All right, so with that being said, the next thing is to proofread and edit your book. So once you get your book back from the ghostwriter, or once you're done writing the book yourself, you want to carefully read through to make sure you're happy with the content. Check for errors, typos, anything else. And you want to use tools like Grammarly Premium for plagiarism check, because you definitely do not want to upload a book that is plagiarized. So you always want to do a plagiarism check before you upload. And if you do find plagiarism, or if you do find errors, and this is a ghostwritten book, then just ask them to revise it. They will fix it for you. So once the book looks good, it's error-free, it passed the plagiarism check, then the next thing is you want to format the book. So we're going to format it for both ebook and paperback, so we can sell it in both versions. This is something that you can do it yourself if you want to. I do actually have a step-by-step tutorial on this on YouTube. So once again, I'll leave a link to this video in the description. Or if you don't want to deal with this, if you don't want to do it yourself or learn the process, then once again, you can outsource this to somebody else. And it's actually very cheap. Once your book is formatted, next we want to create our book covers. So book covers is one of those things that you can definitely create it yourself. But if you do not have the design skills, then I highly recommend you just hire a professional. Because contrary to the popular saying, people do judge a book by its cover. And literally 90% of your book sales will be determined by how good your book cover is. So if you don't think you can make a good book yourself, definitely hire someone. Creating a book cover is a lot cheaper than you think. I've actually found some good budget book cover designers on Fiverr, so you can get a good book cover for less than 20 bucks. Once again, I have a video on this. The link is in the description. So once you get your book cover back, now you have everything you need to publish your book. So step 3 is uploading the book on Amazon. The first thing you want to do is sign up to KDP. This is once again free. So just go to kdp.amazon.com, I think is the URL. So create an account, enter your bank and tax details so you can get paid. And when it comes to a step-by-step tutorial on uploading the book on the website, I'll just refer you over to this YouTube video that I filmed. As always, it is in the description. So once you upload the book, Amazon will review it. It usually takes between 24 to 72 hours. Then they will approve it and it'll be live on Amazon. So just like that, you're officially a published author on Amazon, which is very cool. But that takes us to step 4, which is book marketing. So it is important to market your book in the first 30 days by getting as many sales and reviews as possible, which tells Amazon that your book is in demand. By getting sales, by getting reviews, Amazon will see that, oh, this book is popular. Let's show it to more people because people are liking it, right? So that is how Amazon will go and push your book to more people, it'll rank your book higher in their algorithm, and your book will be seen to more people, which is how you get those organic sales, reaching more than just your audience, right? And you'll be making a lot of extra sales, a lot of extra income, a lot of extra passive income, because now Amazon's doing the marketing for you. So before you go and get sales, you first want to get reviews. I highly recommend you get a minimum of 15 reviews before marketing, because reviews act as a social proof. It's a lot easier to get sales on a book that has some reviews compared to 0 reviews. There are many free and cheap ways to get reviews. As always, I do have a video on this. The link is in the description. So once you get reviews, the next one is sales. So Amazon wants to promote good books that sells. Nothing tells Amazon that more than getting reviews and sales. You want to do a little work in the beginning, then Amazon will take over the rest, which is kind of like the snowball effect, right? You're, building up the snowball, you're pushing the snowball. It's a lot of work in the beginning, but once it starts going, it's way less work, way easier, right? So there are many free and low cost ways to promote your book. As always, the link is in the description. So if you followed all these steps, congratulations, because you're now a published author. You can start bragging to your friends and family that you got a book on Amazon. You can order a copy of your book so you can hold it in your hand, and the next time you got some, dinner gatherings, you can just show it off to all your friends. Now you can stop here, but if you want to make more money, that takes us to step 5, because step 5 is turning your book into an audiobook. So this will give you an additional income stream, because audiobooks is very profitable, as I mentioned earlier in this video. It's very easy to sign up. First, you want to go to acx.com, which is Amazon's sister company. You want to create a free account. Then you want to put your book up for audition. You want to pick a narrator that applies to your book. So you're going to start getting a lot of narrators saying, hey, I want to narrate your book. So you listen to their samples, pick the one you like, and then your book will be narrated within 2 weeks or so. And it's very cheap to turn your book into an audiobook as well. You just have to pay a few $100s to the narrator to narrate the book. For a quick tutorial on this, the link is below this video. And this is how I've made an extra hundreds of thousands of dollars outside of Amazon. So these are my screenshots of how many audiobooks that I've sold. I've sold way more than this at this point, but this is a total of 100,000 audiobooks. Each sale makes me about $3 to $4, if not more. So as you can see, it adds up to a pretty good chunk of money. So if you do all those steps, what is next, right? Well, if you follow these strategies and create a high quality book in a in-demand niche, you will start making sales. And by repeating these steps and publishing more books, your income will grow. Now, there's actually a lot more way to make money from just one book that you just created. So there are a lot of advanced strategies, like turning that book into 7+ income streams, like we did paperback, hardcover, audiobooks, right? But there's actually way more ways to make money from the one book, way more ways to create additional income streams. And there are a lot of ways to scale to 10K per month and much more. I got many students doing tens of thousands of dollars a month, and some of them are even doing over $100,000 a month. So other strategies include audiobooks, which we covered. You can also publish your books in other bookstores outside of Amazon. You can do translations and much more. But obviously, if I cover all these strategies, the video will be way too long. So if you guys enjoy this video, and if you see the massive opportunity with this business model, and if you guys want to go all in, then I do have a coaching program that you guys can join. So if you go to the first link in the description, it takes you to this page, which kind of explains more about the coaching program. You can watch the video, and if you're interested, you can apply here. We don't work with anyone, so we have to talk to you and see if this is a good fit. But if you're interested, you can apply here. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see tons of testimonials from actual students. These are all real students. We got CJ doing close to $8,000 in a month. We got Tim doing a lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars from his own KDP business. We have Anchor doing $93,000 in a single month, Josiah doing over $33,000, and way more. So, these are just a fraction of many testimonials that we have. And it's really a complete Amazon KDP, publishing program that's designed to take you from an absolute beginner to knowing exactly what to do to build a 6 or 7 figure business. So it takes you from module 1 all the way to module 9, advanced strategies. And on top of these step-by-step video lessons, you also get one-on-one coaching calls, access to our community, and a lot of other bonuses, which you can see just on this website. We believe in the business model and our program so much that if you join, you take action, and if you publish one book and get 50 reviews, and if you're still not happy with the results that you're seeing or the program, you have 6 months to ask for a refund. So that was a little bit about my program. Obviously, you don't have to join if you don't want to. You can try and do this yourself. But if you think this video was detailed, if you like my YouTube videos, then you'll be blown away with my program, because it's going to be way more detailed, way more high level, and pretty much tells you exactly what you have to do. Now, if you're an action taker, maker, you can probably see results just by putting in the work. But obviously you're gonna make some mistakes. You're gonna spend a lot more time trying to do this yourself. So whether you wanna do that or work with us to shortcut the process, it's definitely up to you. But the last question I wanna answer here is, how much can you really make with this business model? Well, I showed you some actual student results here, but if you want to hear more from students, I did do a interview series on YouTube as well. So I'll leave a link, or you can look up student results and success stories on my channel. And these are actual interviews that I've done with real students that are crushing it. As an example, Brock over here made $36,000 in a month working 4 hours a week. Dave over here scaled to $16,000 per month profit within just 8 months. Josiah over here made over $300,000, and we got a few more interviews. So a lot of people do well with this business, but the biggest thing I want you guys to understand is that it's really up to you on how much action you take. This is not some get rich quick BS or some magic formula. I never said it was, right? Even if you join my program, if you're not gonna do anything, you're not gonna see any results. But if you are willing to take action, I genuinely believe this is the best way to make money online right now. It is one of the most amazing business out there. So with that being said, it is time to take action. So if you follow this video, once you publish a book, let me know in the comments so we can congratulate you. If you made it to the end of the video, then let me know in the comments by commenting I made it to the end. And once again, all the tools and resources that I mentioned in this video is in the description below. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.